But there is one aspect about our life that is slightly less difficult. We have a girlfriend. Her name is Ani, and she lives in Mexico. We're a
Oh, they're a throuple. Yeah, I'm trying to be one of them. Ladies. Okay, me and the wife are looking.
throuple. A throuple is a three-people relationship. You're dating
As
that
long as
person, so you're emotionally.
Yeah, you and your girlfriend have a girlfriend. It's really not that difficult of a concept to understand. I can't believe this needs to be explained to people. My wife likes girls. I like girls. So we got a girlfriend. It's not that complicated.
Involved.
Don't do, like, I'm totally fine with polyamory, but I was listening to this girl talk about how she had parents that were polyamorous and they brought it into the family and like had like
Yeah, there's a right and a wrong way to do it. It's not for everybody. In fact, it's probably not for most people. There's a right and a wrong way to make it work, and I can't give you the right answer. It's going to really depend on the person. Or Idubbbz and Anida watch 90 Day Fiancé. So big shout out to Stoic Chronicles, doing the Lord's work. I'm actually sitting through all these Idubbbz streams to find the best bits, because watching the entirety of his streams is not a fun experience. It's not a fun experience, but you know, there's some nuggets in there. The local content is in there, but we have Idubbbz and Anida watching 90 Day Fiancé on stream in a time where people are being sued over copyright. And this is exactly what Ethan was talking about. Is you should be glad it's me suing you and not one of these corporations, because y'all keep watching copyrighted television shows on your streams. You know, it's just a matter of time before you get sued by Disney or Netflix or one of these big corporations. And they're not going to give a fuck about fair use. They just want you to stop stealing their content. But anyway, they watch 90 Day Fiancé. Something tells me we're going to see some parallels here between we're going to see some parallels here between the marriages they see on screen and their marriage itself, because I personally believe that their marriage is one that's well, it's not for a green card, but I do think that Anida married Idubbbz for reasons similar to the reasons these girls marry people on 90 Day Fiancé. They marry for a green card. They marry for the right to come to the U.S. They marry for the ability to get out of their shithole country. And I believe that she married for influence and then drove that influence into the ground. And now she's looking for the door. She's looking for a way out. She's either going to humiliate him into making a career out of that, or she's going to end up leaving. How much would someone have to... Oh, it cut off the rest of your comment there. But anyway... Let's see how many parallels we can notice between their relationship and the ones on 90 Day Fiancé. More importantly, how many parallels will Idubbbz notice? I wonder. How much would someone have to pay you to clip an Idubbbz stream? I would pretty much. Are you talking about like watching an Idubbbz stream on stream and then cutting the clips live, or like someone paying me to watch it in my free time instead of streaming? Because I'd have to like not do my own stream to in order to do that, and then just sit there and watch the entirety of the stream. Because I would do it on stream, watch the entirety of his stream on stream together with an audience, and kind of laugh at him. But I think I'd have to put like a time limit on donations in order to justify it, in order to keep me watching it. So basically, I would need to get a donation every, let's say, 15 to 20 minutes for the entirety of that stream as motivation to keep going. Because if I went too long without getting some financial incentive to keep watching his stream, I would want to kill myself and turn it off. So I don't know what the price. I guess how much money that would be would depend on how long the stream was. And if I'm doing it off stream, it would depend on how long the stream was. Because I'm going to make content out of it, so I'm getting something out of it. But also, I would need a strong financial incentive to sit through the entirety of that shit. Ooh, cool. Key. And I was going to do Fortnite, but the South Park stuff isn't in Fortnite yet. Oh, all right. So before I get started on this, speaking of the South Park stuff in Fortnite, I know I saw something through the wall. Where is it? I saw something through the wall I could loot. There it is. Speaking of the South Park stuff, though, I see people complaining, and I'm tempted to agree with them about the way the characters like the South Park characters are done when they get added to Fortnite. Like the shorter characters, in order to play as them, the South Park characters, Bart Simpson, for example, and it started with Morty from Rick and Morty as they put them in mech suits. Now, the Rick and Morty one in mech suits, I don't believe was necessary. I think Morty is tall enough to just be a character in Fortnite and they could make it work. But they put him in the mech suit because it's a reference to one of the shows where he wore a mech suit. So it kind of made sense there. But then they learned that, oh, we can do this with short characters in order to make them playable in the game, which is fine for a time. But you reach a point where now that they've got sidekicks, you don't need to do that anymore. They don't need to make these small characters bigger in order to play as them now, or in order to sell them in the shop, rather. All they need to do now is, when you get short characters like that, and they did it with SpongeBob, make them sidekicks, not skins. And if you want to make skins of the kids from South Park, you can still do that. You can still do that. Just use the adult versions of their skins. There have been several episodes with adult versions of these characters. There's also been like other versions of the characters that they could do. I don't need these. I'd rather have this. I'd rather have the money. I'm going to buy better guns. They could do the anime versions of them from the anime episode where they, during the anime scenes, it's adult versions of the kids from South Park as anime characters. So you could do the anime ones. People would still get the joke. It would reference an episode of the TV show. And I think it would work out way better. And then you make the normal versions of the South Park characters, little small ones, sidekicks. So then you could play as Stan, for instance, in his anime form as your character, with normal Stan as his sidekick. And they'd make so much more money because now you get to sell each character twice or multiple times. Because if you want to have multiple versions of a sidekick and change their look, you have to buy a new sidekick every time you want to change their look, which I don't agree with. I think sidekicks should just be customizable. But no, the customization on sidekicks is a one-time thing and it's permanent. And then if you want to change your mind on the way they look or get a different version, you got to buy it again. But they'd make so much more money because now you can sell each character twice, and people can still use their South Park character without having to play as the South Park character. So they can mix and match them. So you could have Rick from Rick and Morty with, Cartman as his sidekick. I just think it would be just a so much better way to do it. I feel like there's, what do I have? Oh, I have the Rattler. I think they should give you the option to have a weird-looking tall version of them or have them in a mech suit. Or they can add styles, but, they don't want to. I mean, there's still ways to make them normal size, but they would sell less. So instead of having, all 4 of the South Park kids individually, you would have to have them, you would sell all the South Park kids as one skin instead of 4 individual skins in mech suits. So what you would do is you would sell like all 4 of the South Park kids stacked on top of each other in like a trench coat kind of deal, where they're pretending to be an adult, which would also like be funny. It would be in line with the humor of the show, and it would work. But that's 1 skin instead of 4, so they'd make less money. I think having them as sidekicks and then doing the adult versions of the characters being, when they were adults on the TV show, a much better way to do it, because now you make more money. You could sell multiple versions of those sidekicks. Some people will buy multiple versions of the sidekick in order to get all the different skins for the sidekicks. And then you'd have the anime skins from the TV show, and you can make a few different styles for those. I think that there's so much more so much more money to be made, and it would just look better. I don't like a lot of people. I don't like seeing. I don't like the. I don't like the fucking mech suits. Like, it stops me from buying characters I would want because I think the mech suits look stupid. I don't like them. I don't like the mech suits. Like, I didn't buy Bart or Lisa during the Simpsons season. Damn it. It saw me. I didn't buy Bart or Lisa during the Simpsons season because I didn't like them in mech suits. I thought they looked weird. I don't like the way they look. I don't like the way those characters look in mech suits. I don't think they've ever worn mech suits in the show. It felt forced, and it just looks... They just look terrible. The mech suit versions of these characters always look terrible, except for the Morty one, which made sense because it's Morty. He actually wore a mech suit in an episode. It's actually referencing an episode of the show. The rest of it just feels lazy and it looks bad. So I don't want to buy the short characters now because it's just going to be them in a mech suit. And it doesn't look as good. I think having short characters as sidekicks makes more sense. And then using like alternate versions of those characters. Like, there's adult versions of Bart and Lisa from episodes of the show where they just are bigger and they have a slightly different hairstyle. You could do those as the adult versions and then do the short ones as sidekicks. Like, they could do that with a lot of these, but they don't. I don't like it. All right, I gotta get there and turn this on so I can get the fuck out of here. All right, anyway. Let's watch 90 Day Fiancé.
That is the aspect. You know how we had that one guy who came in here a week ago or whatever and was like, I worked on all these shows. They're all fake. They're all scripted. Like, this is one of those examples where I'm like, fine. You want to say that she dressed up in a nurse outfit to do this, like, routine for the cameras? Like,
yeah, that's scripted.
100%.
Yeah.
But they're a fucking throuple. They're not fucking faking their throuple shit.
Yeah.
Like, of course these two want to do that.
Yeah.
And OnlyFans, if that's what she's doing, like, fair enough. But that doesn't mean that, like, the whole thing is fake.
Jump to it and you can't go through it and you can't knock it down. You know that you found the wall. No man on earth can make you fall.
Hi.
Okay, so we are going to be watching the new season. This is season 11, episode 1.
We haven't watched 90 Days.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That wasn't me.
Oh, that was on his stream. I thought Stoic Chronicles... I keep forgetting Stoic Chronicles does not add stuff. This is just like... That's what it's like watching his stream.
That wasn't me.
It was me.
I love being a mom. Like, we have a third in our relationship.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, this is new. For the record, someone asked if 90 Day Fiancé was about polyamory or whatever, and I told them no.
There was...
I mean, it can be. It's about bitches getting green cards. Let's just call a spade here. But some of them are from countries where polyamory is normal, where that kind of thing is accepted.
that one where he was like pushing her. She found out that she was like bi, remember? And she was like Filipino or something, and he was trying to push for like a third. And she wasn't comfortable, and he like hired a... You remember that?
I don't think so. The one I'm thinking of is like there's a light-skinned guy and then the British woman. They went to like a sex store.
Oh,
that one. That's what I thought you were
no.
talking about.
It was earlier than that, but there was that one too.
Okay.
Never tell your straight partner that you're bisexual because they for some reason think it
They
always
get horny.
leads- yeah, always.
They're like,
leads to
"Oh."
threesome.
I mean, why else would you tell them that? If it has no bearing on the relationship, why would you tell someone that you're bi if you're in a relationship with them, if you're not hinting at the fact that, hey, like a girl tells a guy she's bi. Why? Why tell him that if you have no interest in females and you're just going to be monogamous with him? It has no bearing on the relationship, serves no purpose to tell him. The first thing he's going to think when you tell him I'm bi is, oh shit, I can have a threesome. My girlfriend likes girls. That's the logical conclusion to come to. Why else would you share that information if you're going to be committed to the guy? It doesn't matter if you're bi. You're never going to do anything with the girl as long as you're with him. So it's irrelevant. The only reason you bring it up is to hint at, hey, maybe we could have another girl join. That is literally the only reason to tell that information. That's literally the only reason.
We can bring a new person in?
Yeah, that's literally the only reason.
Is he gonna make you wear a jihad?
Excuse me.
Wait, did he say wear a jihad? Like that's a headscarf or something?
Yeah. The thing that always gets me in these is the Islamophobia.
Yeah.
Make you wear a jihad?
Yeah. So casual.
Sorry.
Isn't that Frogan's whole thing? The hijabi streamer? Oh, I guess because he said jihad and not a hijabi. Oh, okay. So the redneck didn't understand what this thing's called and said it wrong. I mean, what do you expect? It's an old redneck guy.
He's trying. He doesn't know what it's
They're not exactly going to be worldly, but yeah, points to the guy. He is trying.
called.
I mean, at least he's trying.
That's the only word
true.
he's heard on Fox News.
No,
is jihad.
That is true. I mean, bless him, because he could have said headscarf.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it probably would have been better for him to say headscarf.
Yeah.
Something that
You do get used to the smell. Sometimes it's worse than other times, and you're like, oh.
I think a large portion of the show is just showing people how shitty these countries are. I think the reason they show this part too, the reason they show like how shitty these countries are, is to kind of drive home the fact that these girls are desperate enough to get with anybody to get out of this situation. They will marry any American if it means they get to leave there. So they're really driving home the fact that this girl doesn't actually like this guy. She just desperately wants to leave her mud hut. And then all of your desperate, pathetic, uneducated men watching, all your wolf waffles, all your Idubbbz, all your pathetic incels watching this shit, look at that. And instead of feeling bad for these girls and their situation, they go, I can have a girl like that too. It is possible. It gives them hope because now they can exploit a girl's situation to hook up with her. That's what they see. To where a normal person sees, that's really sad. We should just help them out of that situation without having to marry me. I shouldn't put an ultimatum on this or try to blackmail them into leaving their country.
That smells.
Want
Usually in the
to
summer when it's hot and like
get involved with a
the
woman
poop starts to
is-
melt.
I feel like a lot of the
Are you
time
guys
it's
getting the-
because they want to a mommy, and they're like, "You're already really practiced at being a mommy,
Right.
so now you can be my mommy." As
That's
well.
true. And they'd already be seeing those characteristics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you already washed their clothes. What's
Mhm.
what's
Yeah, what's an
more?
extra set of clothes?
Because
Yeah.
I feel like this dynamic, because we know through the preview that it's a young guy.
Yeah.
It's very fascinating.
The story how I met Juan is a little awkward. One night, me, my best friend Megan, her husband, and my ex-husband were drinking, and we decided we were going to book a cruise a year from that date. And so 1 year later came around, and me and Tim, my ex-husband, were like,
To those unaware of context, Anissa cheated, then broke up with her boyfriend at the time to be with Ian. Yes.
no longer together. We were not in a good place. And so I really debated.
It's called a red flag. If that's how she started her relationship with you, that's probably how your relationship with her will end when she starts it with the next guy. Just a heads up, you're peering into the future of your relationship when you start it on that foundation. If you want more information on the matter, watch the video Content Cop and Issa Jomha by Nick Nobody. Oh, we did watch that one.
Waited up until like the final days before, like, should I go on the cruise? Maybe I shouldn't. Then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. He can do what he wants. I'll do what I want. I'm not gonna let him bring me down. I'm gonna go have fun.
You know what this reminds me of? It's really weird. It feels like there's patterns. The Mormon woman who
I'm very curious to see her reaction to like when a girl, an American girl, hooks up with a Middle Eastern guy like this. Because their culture is going to have them treat her a certain way. And it's the keep your ass in the kitchen, women don't have rights, old school kind of way to treat women. Which kind of go against Miss Jomha here being a feminist and all of the shit that she claims to fight for. But she can't really say anything about the Middle East right now because she's on her pro-Palestine arc. So she's kind of painted herself into a corner by watching this on stream. It is going to be funny to watch her try to navigate that.
found her partner, the guy in
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. She was kind of the parent in the relationship.
Yeah, and she met him on a resort.
Uh-huh.
And he was like working at the resort, and he was like the fun, cool,
Yeah.
crazy guy. But I feel like we've seen this specifically where it's like going on a cruise or to a resort after like, you know, something happens, and then picking
You
up
just have a fun association,
Yeah, they
and you're
seem
like,
fun
this
and
could be my
cute.
life.
Yeah.
But it's fake. It's just it's a vacation.
Especially in contrast after you've dealt with like your partner when you're raising kids. You go on a vacation and you see this guy that's like in vacation mode.
Yes. It feels very culturally
kinda
different
sucks.
as well, right? Like the one guy that you're talking about, he was so much more fun because he was a single guy who
Yeah.
is living in Samoa.
Yeah.
And he was just like a tour guide.
Yeah.
He was just essentially going around being charismatic
And flirting.
and flirting
That
with
was his
people.
thing.
That was his whole
Yeah.
job, his whole responsibility.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if
In a few days, he's finally coming to America to live with me and my 3 boys. It's gonna be a huge change for him. He's used to the party life on the cruise, and this life
Bringing
here
a
is
kid
about
into
as far
France.
away that you can get from that.
Yeah.
Damn!
yeah,
I
this
mean,
is
that's
gonna
it.
be hard.
God, this gun sucks so bad. Like, it shoots one bullet at a time. It does, like, no damage. Just the stuff they give you to work with it's so bad. It's
It's a huge change because not only is it not cruise life and not just constant flirting, it is now in fucking Wyoming of all places.
Yeah.
And you got 3 little guys.
We do all the typical family things,
what's wrong with Wyoming, Ian?
but there is one aspect of our life that is slightly less typical. We have a girlfriend. Her name is Ani, and she lives in Mexico. We're a
Oh, they're a throuple. Yeah, I'm trying to be one of them. Ladies. Okay, me and the wife are looking.
throuple. A throuple is a 3-people relationship. You're dating
As
that
long as
person,
they-
so you're emotionally
Yeah, you and your girlfriend have a girlfriend. It's really not that difficult of a concept to understand. I can't believe this needs to be explained to people. My wife likes girls. I like girls. So we got a girlfriend. It's not that complicated.
involved.
Don't do like I'm totally fine with polyamory, but I was listening to this girl talk about how she had parents that were polyamorous and they brought it into the family and like had like
Yeah, there's a right and a wrong way to do it. It's not for everybody. In fact, it's probably not for most people. There's a right and a wrong way to make it work, and I can't give you the right answer. It's going to really depend on the person. Either you're either the type of person and with the type of person that's going to work with, or you're not. And there's no way to force it and make it work. You're either the type of person who that is what you want, you know that's what you want, that's going to work out for you, and there's open communication and shit in order to make this work in your relationship. It's the happiest you've ever been, and it's all you want. Or you're the type of person who, I don't want that, I know I don't want that, And trying to force it is just going to destroy the relationship. Problem is, a lot of people don't know which one they are. And, well, it doesn't work out for them. 9 times out of 10, it will destroy a relationship. You need to be together. I think the key is you need to be together for a really, really long time before you know which one you are. Like, me and my wife have been together 15 years. It wasn't until like 7 or 8 years into the relationship before we were like, no, this could work. Yeah. Yeah, like we had established our relationship and knew what we wanted by that point. It wasn't just like a decision that we made. It was a, you know what? We're happier when we have this. This works out better for us. Why don't we do this? And then we made the jump and yeah, it worked. So that's a big part of it. And a lot of people never reach that point.
Dynamic stuff. Like,
but I love people who've never tried it or like aren't the type of person who would make it work, are the ones who talk about it and tell you that it wouldn't work. Like, I don't think Anissa or Idubbbz have ever, well, I know Idubbbz hasn't, but I don't think Anissa's ever been in that kind of relationship. And she's telling other people why they shouldn't. You wouldn't take advice about children from people who don't have children. Why would you take advice about this kind of relationship from people who've never tried this kind of relationship?
Sounded very traumatizing.
Yeah.
So I just like,
I think this is also one of those examples when they were doing the hospice role play.
hospice
when they were doing the hospice role play.
Yeah.
Fabric.
That is the aspect. You know how we had that one guy who came in here a week ago or whatever and was like, I worked on all these shows. They're all fake. They're all scripted.
Yeah, I mean, that's most reality TV shows. I feel like most people already know that, and they're just fine with it. Like, it's entertainment. There's probably an element of it that's true, and then they play it up for the camera or they fabricate certain parts of it. And that's every piece of media that's even like IRL streaming. There's a part of it that's true, and then there's a part of that streamer who's putting on an act or acting a way he wouldn't act if the camera wasn't on in order to make content. I think everyone knows that. Just like people know wrestling's fake, but it doesn't mean it's not entertaining. People still watch it.
Like, this is one of those examples where I'm like, fine. You want to say that she dressed up in a nurse outfit to do this, like, routine for the cameras? Like,
Yeah, that's scripted.
100%.
Yeah.
But they're a
also
fucking
willing to do
throuple.
it.
They're not
Yeah.
fucking faking their throuple shit.
Yeah.
You have no idea if they are or aren't. How do you know? Yeah, man. Nobody would go on TV and lie about their lives. Yeah, like, how do you know? Do you know them personally? Have you been part of their relationship? It would not shock me if they were lying about their relationship for TV fame. That they're probably not even in a throuple, or even worse. They're all paid actors, and none of them are actually in a relationship with each other at all. It's all entertainment. It's television.
Like, of course these two want...
That's not to say thruples don't exist in real life and couldn't work. They do. And they can. But they might not be. Again, it's TV. I think I'm ready to extract. I'm already over encumbered.
Want to do that.
Yeah.
You know? And even if it is to, like, launch an OnlyFans, if that's what she's doing, like, fair enough. But that doesn't mean that, like, the whole thing is fake. I'm in a throuple, and we never want to have kids.
Yeah.
Lol. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I mean, it's just like,
I mean, it could be a good idea if it works for you. Let me break down benefits of a throuple before you decide if they're right for you or not. 1, 3 sources of income in the home. That's probably the biggest one in 2025. Let's just be real. Ignore sex and the relationship thing for a bit and go, why would someone want to do this? Oh, because your life is cheaper and easier to live that way. You're now splitting the bills 3 ways instead of 2. If you have children, there's someone to help you watch the children. You have a babysitter built in. You guys can split the housework. You can split the household responsibilities. There's someone extra to help out with children, to help out with pets, to help out with things like that. There's a lot of reasons why this would work. But the downside is you now have to share your person with another person. You know what? Here, let's get rid of this stuff I sell for money because I'd rather have these. Okay. The downside is you're now sharing your person with another person. And if you're the type of person who gets jealous or can't handle that, like if that's going to be a deal breaker for you, then there's no amount of benefit from a throuple that would work for you. Like you cannot be a jealous person. In fact, I take it a step further and say the act of not being jealous isn't enough. You have to actively enjoy seeing your person with another person. Like that has to be a thing you actively enjoy. One of you has to be a cuck to a certain extent. You either have to enjoy seeing your person with another person or just sharing them in general. So like the girl being bi, her enjoyment comes from the fact that she has to not just be jealous. Like she has to not be jealous, and the benefit she's getting from it is, okay, if I can ignore my jealousy or not be jealous, I get to have a girl and a guy, and I enjoy girls and guys. So she gets benefit out of it. If you're a dude, you kind of have to be a cuck. If it's going to be another dude in the relationship, you have to be a cuck to a certain extent because you need to be able to see your girl with another dude. And that not only not get jealous of it, because you can only go so far by going, oh, I'm not jealous of it. You need to actively enjoy every aspect of it for it to work, because the girl being with another dude is something you enjoy. So you're getting pleasure on both ends. Like that's how this has to work. The girl and the guy have to be getting pleasured on both ends. Like the pleasure has to go three ways. You have to enjoy every aspect of it, or you don't, or it doesn't work. You either enjoy every aspect of it or it falls apart. That's how you know if you're the kind of person that works for or not. Are you seriously leaving me here? You dick. Oh, fuck. And there's a big one over there. Oh, god damn it. He had the doors open. All he had to do was wait like 3 extra seconds. Fuck.
I don't know. The three of you are having fun. Why the fuck do you need more people at that point? I feel like just go on cruises and shit together.
Yeah. No OF. She's on Cameo though, and her IG is.
Yeah, and the people who tell you it doesn't work, it's because they don't understand how it could work, because they're not the kind of people that relationship would work for. So they go, no, it wouldn't work. No, it wouldn't work for you. There's plenty of people that this would work for. You're just not one of them. And if you can't wrap your head around how it would work, that's fine. Just shut the fuck up. You got no business talking about it then. Rather have that than that. Oh, okay.
Full of baddie pics.
Ugh.
I think it's only a matter of time.
She should if she didn't,
Yeah.
because like the money that you make from 90 Day going on to OnlyFans is like nuts.
Yeah, all of the
Shit.
it would probably be everyone. Well, the
Shit.
fart girl.
You set it
Oh,
off,
did
you
that.
asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, fart girl.
Um,
There's a lot of stigma around a throuple. It's very sexualized.
Okay,
a lot
well
of
then
people
why
assume
are
it's just a hookup, but it's actually a long-term commitment, just like any other two-person relationship.
true?
Yeah, there's work involved in it to make it work, just like any relationship. And it is harder because all three people have to be on the same page. It's not to say it can't work. You just got to have it just takes the right group of people. It's not for everybody. In fact, it's only for a small percentage of people. Most of them will fail because most people like the idea of it, but don't actually understand the mechanics of how it would work. And then when they try to make it work, they realize, oh, I'm not built for this. And then it falls apart.
We're missing our better half.
Every throuple is different, but we speak every day. We know each other's children.
Although in this particular situation, it sounds like she's from another country and she's married this dude to get a green card. and now her friend wants to get a green card, and they're trying to find a way to bring her. She's trying to find a way to bring her friend in. I don't think she actually wants a throuple. I think like because now that I'm learning it's long distance, I think she's trying to be like, I want my friend in this country with me now that I've got a green card, so that when I divorce this douchebag that's getting me my green card, I won't be alone. How can I get that girl here? And there are legal ways to do that. I'm not sure how it would work with green cards, but I do know that like Mormons can have multiple wives. And like normally you're not allowed to marry more than one person in the United States, but they can't discriminate on the basis of religion. So if your religion, like Mormons, allows for multiple wives, you can legally make that work. So I'm wondering if she's like becoming Mormon and marrying a Mormon guy so that she could bring her best friend with her to get a green card with her, and then her and her best friend divorce the guy in a year and get their green cards, and then they just get to be roommates and live in America. There's so many red flags in this stuff. The throuple part isn't the red flag. It's everything around it.
We build friendships.
We celebrate holidays. You hear each other fart?
Yep.
What?
Do you accept house
Can you
calls?
imagine hearing each other fart?
Gross.
Gross.
Having a
Wait, does Idubbbz and Anisa not fart in front of each other?
long distance
Imagine
relationship is hard
farting
because you
in front
can't
of
have that
your
physical
partner.
touch and interaction together.
I will
So
say the idea of involving a third and them farting is grossing me out.
I agree that 3 people farting in a bed seems like,
2 people farting, there's like an understanding there. There's like, okay, I get it.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure she was just making a joke about the fact that we're so close that we see each other fart and it's no big deal. Kind of like in a normal relationship. Well, we fart. You know, we see each other fart, you know, and you make jokes like that. I'm pretty sure that's all that was. I don't think they're all just sitting around farting at the same time, Ian. How much do you want to bet, though, that Anisa is in bed with Idubbbz and she farts and gives him a Dutch oven? And that's why he's got PTSD about farting.
I
Well,
get it.
Here's the thing.
Accidents happen.
I love you more than anybody else in the world.
Bullshit!
So you doing anything will never offend me that much. But in a throuple,
No, that's definitely not true. This is the most easily offended person on the fucking planet.
there's somebody that you love more than the other.
No, not necessarily. Okay, have you ever seen situations where like or if you've ever been in a normal relationship and you can be like, I'm a different person when I'm with you. You bring out the best in me. So if you're doing that for one person in the relationship and then another person in the relationship is doing it for you, and then it's kind of like a circle thing where he brings out the best in her, who brings out the best in her, who brings out the best in him, and it just goes around. So when they're all together, they're the best versions of themselves. And that would work. Like, I don't understand why you understand shit like this when it comes to a traditional relationship, but the minute it becomes anything other than one guy, one girl, suddenly you can't wrap your brain around that. Some people act differently around groups of friends. Like, you're different when you're with this one BFF friend you've got, but then when you get around this group of friends, you all start acting differently and you become different. Like, it's not that fucking hard a concept to understand. It's really not.
And the person that you love less farting would piss me
Just
off.
love the idea of like side-eyeing, where it's like, yeah, we can all fart around each other, but
Not you.
There's a quantity, you know?
Yeah, you're doing it too.
Yeah, you're getting too fast and loose with the farts.
I don't know. It's too many. Yeah.
Ah! I hate his soundboard.
Anyway, there's a limit for sure. Yeah, I could live with that.
You limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone's limit's different. That's the point. This is why it's not for everybody.
Fart per day.
Yeah, that feels right to me.
Yeah.
Just as long as like your output isn't drastically changing, you need to get into a pattern.
Oh, I agree with that. I think frequency, if it changes, it's upsetting. Because you get used to it.
Oh, this is a gross question.
Oh, God.
Why does the third person's fart smell weird?
Oh, God. Oh,
It's like everyone's diet is the same in the household, but this one who's off, like, doing their own thing.
I don't like that.
Try to keep it.
The fuck is he on about? Are you just running around smelling each other's farts? Also, it's not that big a deal. Depending on what I've ate, some of my farts can be worse than others. I think that's how all people and their farts work. I'm courteous. I'm not gonna like fart near my wife and make her smell it. She'd beat my ass. I'm courteous. I feel a fart coming. I step out of the fucking room. I go to the bathroom. I go somewhere else. This fart thing's stupid. Is it better or worse than Ethan's anti-Semitic soundboard? Worse. Ethan's is better because at least they're like actual references to people and stuff, and they're funny. And this just feels lazy and out of place. Where Ethan's feels like it has a purpose on his stream.
If it's spicy and interesting.
How long have you been?
Plus, it's just lazy. I mean, it's just fart sounds. Yeah, we all laughed at fart jokes when we were, 6. You're an adult now, Ian. You've learned empathy. You should do better. Just do better.
Bad timing on that.
So I'm super excited to see you in your element.
See you at home.
You ready? Or look.
Dude.
Are you going to talk about that?
Yeah. A lot of swinging on cruise ships. Anise and I, we watch cruise videos. And one of the cruise videos we ended up on was this couple who went on like a swingers cruise.
Yeah, they called it a spicy cruise.
They called it a spicy cruise. Dude, so weird.
There's mattresses covered in saran wrap in
They
a room.
filmed a room because obviously it's like a swinger cruise. They're all like super sexual and everything. So you shouldn't be filming.
No.
But they showed what one of
I love when Ethan argues with Ian or Hassan. Yeah, plus it's the way he interacts with his soundboard and his usage of it that makes it more entertaining. Like the soundboard itself, like wouldn't be that funny if not for the way that he interacts with it. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand about making a soundboard work. Is most people just like use people like a lot of streamers and a lot of people will do what Idubbbz is doing, and they will use the soundboard as a substitution for personality. They're not saying anything funny. They're not doing anything funny. They're not bringing any funny personality shit to the table. They just think, I press this button and people laugh and it makes my stream more entertaining. They're using the soundboard as a substitution for actually being entertaining on their own. Fuck. Whereas Ethan uses it as a way to like interact with it and make it part of his humor and part of his jokes. Anyway, as I was saying, the soundboard can't be a substitution for personality. The soundboard is the setup for the joke. It can't be the joke. That only works once or twice. Fuck you. All right, anyway.
of these rooms look like. It's a big empty room with a bunch of mattresses all over the floor.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Like a full-blown orgy
Yeah.
in a room on a cruise ship? That's insane.
They had like on their door specific. You could tell they were like the most active swingers, like because they had the play with me. Like
also, again, nothing wrong with being swingers. That's usually, I would say, the people that are built for thruples are going to be swingers. The people who get enjoyment out of adding other people to the relationship for fun, you're doing that on a regular basis anyway, as just like a fun, adventurous thing to do. At that point, it makes sense to be in a thruple because now you've got that part of your enjoyment in the house with you all the time, and it's a lot safer because now you're not playing with random strangers. There's less risk of disease. There's less risk of all these other things. When you can just, hey, we've added a girl to the mix. So when my wife's in the mood for a girl, they can go do stuff. When she's in the mood for a guy, we can go do stuff. When she's in the mood for both, well, we're all sharing the same bed. We can all go do stuff. And now we don't have to go to a party with random strangers when we need to get that urge out. So it makes sense. Like I said, if you're not the kind of person who like thinks about that stuff and gets excited and goes, why would people do that? That would blah, blah. Okay, then it's not for you. It's really like the next evolution of a relationship that swingers would have. And I think it's the best way to describe it. It's the best way to make it work.
Like sign on their door with like cards you can
It was
take
weird,
and, like,
weirdly like A-type, where they were like so organized with like their communication and like what they're gonna put on their door.
And they were like really excited about like the phallic desserts. They had like different phallic desserts. I couldn't believe that like there was a whole it
sounds like they're having fun and they're fun people and you're boring and uptight. That's what it sounds like. You can't believe people are having fun, but sounds like that's what was happening. That they were people having fun and they're a little more laid back and you're uptight and don't understand how that could be fun. For you, it's a nightmare. For them, it's a good time, which is fine. There's different kinds of people. If you don't understand how swingers work, then you're not one. If you don't understand how cucks work, then you're not one. If you hear about the stuff that swingers or cucks are doing and your pee-pee gets hard, guess what? You're either a swinger or a cuck, depending on which one gets your pee-pee hard. There's nothing wrong with that. Just accept it.
and clothing optional in like all these different places. To me, like I get it. I'm not hating on polyamory. I totally get it.
She definitely doesn't get it.
If that's what you're into. I'm hating on the hypersexuality to the point where you need penis-shaped desserts.
Mm-hmm.
I just think, like, I just feel like...
You two just spent, like, 10 minutes laughing at fart jokes and farts. Different people enjoy different kinds of juvenile humor. Okay? You're adults who laughed at fart jokes and added farts to your soundboard. And it's fine. It's juvenile. It's kind of pathetic, but it's fine. Adults laughing at penis-shaped things and laughing at the idea of penises. Yeah, it's juvenile. Kind of like kids would do in grade school. But how is that any different than laughing at fart jokes? Is it really? No.
I don't know. It was they were a little too excited about the penis desserts.
Yeah.
You guys were a little too excited about farts. Maybe Nisa has a fart fetish. All right, her husband's a cuck and she's got a fart fetish. She makes her husband sniffs other guys' farts.
Professional swingers only? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The shirtless Zarper.
God, dude.
Can I... Okay. I don't know enough about Turkey. I'm just going to preface with that. But a Turkish man with a Celtic design tattoo, worrisome? Yes or no? Because I feel like that's a weird...
Do we really want to talk about tattoos and them being worrisome? Do you two really want to be the people judging other people's tattoos and talking about what's worrisome? Is that really the road you want to go down right now? Really?
Yeah.
Combo.
I just don't think there's any thought put into it. There's so many dudes who love their symmetric tattoos.
Yeah, but
that's
like,
all they're looking for.
I feel like that's got to be a...
I mean, it could be.
If somebody knows, if somebody can help, that's just Hassan after his trip.
Oh, careful. Careful laughing at Daddy. You know he's sensitive.
True.
The way that I first met Sarper was I was actually...
Dude, that's an interesting point. Like, Empty Chair says AI generating my relationship proof. Like, you totally could nowadays.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of it's just stupid. It's like a printout of you together.
I'll say, though, for our immigration here, we had to get, like, sweet letters.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting they're in Canada.
From, like, my mom and, like, my friends.
Yeah, friends and family.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just essentially more anecdotal proof.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, build a case. Build a case for you guys being together. It's also informal, yeah.
It is really...
During COVID, it was fucking hard.
Oh, my God.
Because we were trying to just travel in general. Yoda up Raptor. And so I did have a full printed out thing, like a binder. And I presented it to... Who? What?
It was the Canadian border.
Yeah, and
to come to
it
Canada.
felt a little cringe doing it because I'm like, I don't like,
we weren't
I don't know
married.
if you need it. You know what I mean?
Well, we weren't married at the time.
You need whatever they tell you need because you're trying to be a citizen in their country and it's their rules.
But they weren't allowing Americans
Right.
across the.
We were basically doing a
We were proving
what's it
that
called?
we were
Are they admitting to having a green card marriage right now to get into Canada?
like a what?
Is that what's happening? And she's realizing in real time that she just admitted to having a green card marriage, and she needs to try to find a back. Oh, you're seeing the wheels turn in real time as she tries to find a way to backpedal out of this. Oh my God, they're in Kakada,
live in,
Cucklandia.
not live in.
what is that called?
Not in-law. Shit. I don't want to look at chat because
Yeah, you want to know
I
it.
want to know what it is. It's
Alzheimer's moment.
I'm dancing around.
Not
it.
partners.
Again, she's trying her best. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Don't come down here. Don't come down here. Don't come down here. Nothing to see here. He saw me.
Common law.
Common
Thank you.
law.
Thank you, Nada. You saved us.
Yeah.
But there was one guy unlike any other student.
Never date your students.
Never
Also,
date your students.
what a weird picture.
I know.
Damn it. Now
What
there's
is
another
that?
one.
His name is Maddie. He's 27. Hey!
Hey, Wave.
Maddie stood out from my other students appearance-wise because he was very intimidating to look at.
He was hot.
He looks handsome. He looks hot. But it wasn't even Maddie's being off, and then he would come back on.
Can you just say that again?
It was
His
rough.
English. What is he?
So rough.
He's sandbagging it. He knows English better than she does, probably.
probably.
He's probably the only guy I've ever sketched. And I thought it would be kind of nice to give him a gift.
She's gay.
Wait,
She
what did you
just
say
said
then?
that he's the only man she's ever sketched.
Oh. Well, is that an art thing, maybe?
I don't think
Damn it.
so.
It's
Well,
so
maybe
hard
in the
to hit
town
them with a
she's
grenade.
from.
Would
I
you
could-
only
I could
sketch big-titted women?
I could see that happening.
No, she's gay as fuck.
No, where you're
think
not
she's
even
gay.
aware. You're not even aware.
You've never drawn the male form?
Where the fuck is she living?
What is it, like illegal?
They're selling hot-boiled peanuts here, and her dad called fucking hijabs jihads. Like,
Okay.
I totally would believe in this town, they're like, oh yeah, no, you just draw sexy, curvy ladies. That's what you do for art.
I don't feel like...
I mean, have you been on Twitter? That's 90% of what Twitter. Every Twitter artist does that. That's what's art. Is just draw sexy ladies. Most of the time, they're furries or anime. That's just what most quote unquote artists think art is. It's probably most of the artists in his chat right now. Quote unquote artists. This is why AI is going to take all of their jobs, and I don't feel bad about it.
Like, that's like a boiled peanut thing.
I think it
that's
kind
like
of
a
is.
repressed-
When you
repressed lesbian thing.
maybe.
Big titties only? This is the
I feel like this is projection.
first man she's ever drawn?
We'll see. We got to get more data.
Anissa is definitely a repressed lesbian.
She said he has like lung cancer or something.
Over time, you've watched her of her own free will change herself. We have all seen through the course of Anissa's career where she started looking like a normal girl, and by the end of it, she has gone through full dykeification. She has dykeified herself while married to a man, and you're going to tell me that's not a repressed lesbian? Really?
Something.
Odd. Now it's gonna be harder for me to be mad at him.
Yeah. He relies on that though, okay? You can be racist and have cancer.
Yeah.
Both are possible.
True.
You are Charlie Kirk. If you're a hot woman and you are looking for a man with money, guys that look like him that are wearing that leather jacket that he was wearing in that past scene,
That's the
indicator. I'm serious. That right there, that's how you know that you're looking at a man with money and has no idea what to do with himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. The leather jacket.
Or you're looking at an actor on a television show.
Can you back it up?
Yeah. Would it be 10 seconds ago?
Yeah.
I need to see this guy to find out what's wrong with him. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of these guys picking up these girls are cringe. They're all incels. But notice how she's avoiding calling them incels because she knows she's married to one. Like, she's not inviting that comparison. At least she's smart enough to do that. That's what she really wants to say is look at that middle-aged incel knowing that that's what she's sitting next to. That's your future. That's your future, Anissa.
Right there. Boom. See the there's like the
It's just a middle-aged guy in a leather jacket. That's honestly not the cringest thing I've seen. Like, he looks like a normal dude to me, pretty much. Like, this could be an Instagram photo on any normal person's timeline, to be honest.
it's like the moto, it's got like the stripes on the top. That jacket, that's like, I have a lot of money, I spend it on shit, and I don't know.
It's a $40 jacket on Amazon. I think it's made by Levi's. Those jackets aren't that expensive.
What to do with myself.
Yeah, and fellas, if you want to fake it, just rent a car.
Yeah, but they'll figure it out.
And get one of those.
Oh yeah, the ugly one. The ugly one. The ugly jacket that should not be on him. Yeah.
That's the deadbeat.
Yeah, I mean, he just looks like a middle-aged guy with no style. He's your average middle-aged dad. Just whatever. Just this she's making this out to sound way worse than it is. This just looks like normal middle-aged dude to me.
Divorced dad fit?
Yeah.
Why are they so brain dead? Too much weed? Possibly. Or maybe they're just retarded. And it took the internet a long time to notice because in edited form, you can't tell people are retarded. I mean, you could always tell she was retarded because you could watch her fucking streams and see that she's a fucking moron. Always has been. But Idubbbz, it was harder to tell like that he was an incel. It was harder to tell how absolutely stupid and retarded he was because he was making edited videos. So he's got all the time in the world he needs to script it out, do as many takes as he needs to do to, look as good as possible on camera, and then hit the upload button to YouTube. Once you're live, all of that goes out the window. Like, that safety net's gone.
But he's got money.
He's got a collared shirt underneath it. He knows what he's doing.
He's got money.
Yeah, it just
I'd
looks
say
like
most
normal
of my
middle-aged
friends
dude.
and family are skeptical of my relationship with Mina.
Yeah, he just seems like a normal, mild-mannered, probably slightly insecure middle-aged man. He's probably going through a divorce, having a bit of a midlife crisis. It's not... She has overanalyzed the fuck out of this.
Is she just coming to the U.S. to get a green card, or is she having...
She definitely is. But that's 90% of the relationships on this show.
a baby to kind of, solidify things and make sure I'm not...
I mean, even in his edited videos now, he's still retarded. I guess for him, it's the CT. His edited videos now are different than his edited videos from back in the day. So his edited videos now, I feel like he's putting a lot less effort into, and he's not trying to hide. He's not trying to hide that retardation. He's not as worried about his public image because I think he knows it's kind of already done. Like, I think he already knows that he's a lolcow and that people are going to laugh at him and there's nothing he can do to save that image. So I just think he's stopped trying. As long as the wife is happy with what he's doing with his image, then that's all he cares about now. Personally, I think that's why. He's just stopped trying.
Not
US
going anywhere.
for a green card.
She's from
I don't
Paris
think so.
as well.
I was gonna say,
you never know.
not nobody, but somebody from Paris.
To a certain extent, he is kind of leaning into the lolcow thing. He is leaning into it to a certain extent. I think he's more self-aware than most lolcows. Not self-aware enough to lean fully into it like Boogie, but self-aware enough that he'll lean into it slightly in order to make content and make money. I think he stopped caring how he looks if it makes him money.
Certainly,
Everyone's intentions,
chomping at the bit to
100%.
come to the U.S. for a green.
Maybe
Yeah,
she
it just
could
wasn't.
be taking advantage of him, could be going after his money, could just be trying to come to the U.S. I really don't know.
Yeah, she's going
It's probably a little of both.
after his money. No, you're not a priority, and it's not your problem or your business. I don't get.
Yeah.
Like, why are they acting like they're whatever?
Yeah. They want their dad to be alone so that he doesn't spend as much money and they have some waiting for them when he croaks.
Yeah. Well, it's really annoying because it's like your dad is going
This is all projection. This is the shit that they would do. I want my dad to leave me money when he croaks. I'm only going after his money. When the children could be legitimately concerned that he's getting emotionally attached to someone who's just using him, which is probably the truth. That's probably the case.
after a very attractive, younger than him woman, and there's an exchange there for that.
And he clearly met her in the environment where, I'm assuming, like based on what he was saying, that it was like an expensive restaurant or whatever it was.
Yeah.
At least the way the story went.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The concern for other people.
When we were in Paris, it didn't really feel like me and
There's like that Marilyn Monroe line in that movie where like the father's like, "You're just marrying my son for our money," and she goes, "Well, yeah."
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like all shocked, and she's like, "But like, I'm not marrying him only for his money, but it helps." And then she's like, "You know, he's marrying me because I'm pretty. Like, it's not only because I'm pretty, but like it helps."
Right.
And it's like, yeah.
True. There can be multiple reasons to marry a person. Marilyn Monroe was at least honest about it. And you know what? I respect that.
It's just part of the equation.
Mm-hmm.
For that, and it's consenting, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I do wonder how much of it is a racism thing as well, because I feel like the only time I've ever seen this happen is with also like Latino.
True.
The Latino women.
That happens so much on this show.
Like Jasmine, it happened to
They
her.
call
too.
her a fucking gold digger and all this sort of shit. Easy Bell says they're probably so boring outside of having sex.
Yes, that's what I. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of those girls are that way. That's why they were single in their own country. Because in their own country, those guys have more options. And if you're not bringing anything but your looks to the table, like a lot of those countries are just filled with women who are just naturally beautiful, and they outnumber the men. So the men have so many options. Like you have to bring more to the table than just being pretty. And these girls, the ones who don't have a personality and who don't understand that are the ones who end up just, okay, well, I'm gonna go west. I'm gonna go live in America with a guy who, will think I'm beautiful and like me, and be willing to put up with my shitty personality because he can't get a girl like this in his country, and men in my country can get girls like this all the time. We're a dime a dozen.
It's like the whole personality where like we're not really getting any, at least with the other lady, we're like, you're an artist.
Yeah.
You might be a lesbian.
You're a horny artist, but you're an artist.
Yeah, we're learning some things about them as a person.
Yeah.
With them, it's just like, oh, horny. Just horny.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Horny with kids is what, no, that's a bad way of putting it. They
Jesus Christ, horny with kids. Whoops, a little slip of the tongue there, Ian. A little Freudian slip action going on.
They have a full family, and then they're doing this throuple thing.
Yeah, and that's their whole personality. That's what's concerning about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's their whole like personality. they what?
No shot.
No, okay.
You know what I'm saying.
I will say there is nothing hotter than two lesbians that smoke weed together. I do think that's like
She is definitely a secret lesbian.
peak. Like I think she should drop him and just smoke weed with her.
Yeah, that is pretty cool, but I would say cigarettes over weed.
No, something about two lesbians smoking weed specific.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is. Not edibles, smoking weed.
There's something I think what's hotter is a couple of gay guys ripping a
And he's secretly gay.
bong together.
He's definitely a cuck. He enjoys watching the other men with his wife. There's a lot of projection going on here.
This is what I think is hotter and better.
I can't imagine that at all.
I don't.
Two gay guys ripping a bong.
I don't think that's like super gay culture. Is ripping a bong?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Maybe it is. Who knows?
I don't know. That's true. Amen.
They're doing this move where they wrap their hands around and they like light each other's cigarettes. or whatever.
Two gay guys sucking a hookah.
Yeah, and they look into each other's eyes.
That's really sucking.
Is there rip?
They're making themselves horny in front of us. Do you think that they do that? Do you think like they like invite the guy over and Ian doesn't just sit in the cuck chair? Like, do you think it's like like that's their couples activity? Like Anissa and Idubbbz are on their knees in front of a cock and then they take turns sucking it and then they look at each other and smile and give each other a little kiss and then they're back at it. Like they're just double teaming that cock together. Oh, that's definitely how they spend their weekends. You guys are gross. You guys are super gross.
Ripping it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm into it.
Passionate. My bomb.
She's definitely into it.
Is gay culture.
Two gay guys ripping poppers. That's what I'm saying. That's gay culture.
Galaxy gas.
Galaxy gas?
Isn't that a thing?
That's like the like
from
huffing.
Costco, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the have to be like we're gonna fuck our way there.
There's so much projection happening. They definitely share the cock. He doesn't just watch anymore. He's actively started to participate. Jesus.
Well, step 1, we're gonna go to Mexico and fuck. Step 2, we're gonna go to the border and fuck.
On the guard.
On the guard.
Step 3, we're gonna go to Mr. Trump's home and we're gonna fuck.
Yeah. Once they know how good we fuck, they're gonna have to let us in.
I like that plan.
Fuck powered boat? Yeah, that's true. They gotta watch out for Trump bombing them though.
Just imagine Ian fucking anybody, even his wife. Just imagining him doing the deed. It's oh my god. Get this mental image out of my head. Just that lanky.
They're gonna say, yeah, we have some video. We're pretty sure they were doing a drug deal on the boat. They put it out to the public. It's a 480p video.
It's a biological weapon.
Yeah, they're literally fucking. And they call it poison. They're transmitting they're bringing sexually transmitted diseases only found in Mexico to the U.S. Yeah. Sexual position invading our borders. Yeah, we don't want to bring over new positions. They're going to get all offended. Trump's like, I don't want that here. I can't keep up with that.
The only position he knows is on his knees and in the cuck chair. No one teach him doggy style. No. It's too fun. It's too fun. He can't handle it. He can't handle it.
I think that if she freaks out about it and refuses, I think that is a red flag.
Oh, so it's a test? It's a test. If she freaks out and refuses, then that's a red flag.
Like, listen, you're getting
damn.
They saw me from a mile away again.
She has 2 kids with this fucking man. What the hell?
You have to protect yourself. 1, you have to protect yourself. But 2, also, like, a prenup for a lot of people is communicating, I don't think this is going to last.
Yeah. I don't have confidence in this.
So it hurts.
Dude.
Like, that's a hurtful...
Yeah,
somebody can react however...
How?
Yeah.
She's protecting her.
It's just always...
Convenient for the guy who doesn't have to shit out a child.
The shittiest weapon.
Your life is everything. You serve all purpose.
Jesus Christ, Stoic Chronicles. Holy shit. Hold on, let me deal with this bullshit.